Chapter 7 Diffraction of light. Chân lệ nga diffraction then thì về thâu diffraction thì về thâu cái chuyện làm đàn ba ngày cái này là thâu diffraction kan lệ mấy nga interference kan zir tàu interference à chọn light source up ni cầm mỏ à diffraction à về thung rồi chuan ni chung lâu pakhat pon diffraction khleng thei ani entirna he just like khuya vok en dong tai la he just like a focus kani he a focus area region just like me ka main focus ani but it is the nature of light that also give some light on this region around this focus main focus again entirna zana chenten to slide kan leng chuak ta ama saber kan to slide among akeng ta ni aka tur che kan hnung la baron en chung lo aron focus chung lo ma se kan hu ve tho ni khami a focus ni lo zong a eng ve tho kha diffraction di chunya emi ab emi thui zong s a dash le s a b dash suppose that is a main beam main focus chuan hetel ma po ha eng ve tho tan hi apia ma po kan chung ne hoyang ne a eng ve veang in oi lo chom banga kan slide han focus sin lo a focus lo chin jong po kha eng ve tho ma se tak lu tuk to lo khami eng ve tho kha entirna suppose this is the focus on the wall like just like a circular in don't his main focus ni bright fringe ni bright a enging so next focus so he hin lenga this region will be dark fringe dark ani so next layer kan he kal lenga kiki this region will be now bright fringe. What is it? So the next part will be dark fringe. Hey dark fringe ni le to. Ka. Hey bright ania central bright fringe ania central. Next one hey dark fringe. One bright. One in dark. One bright. This is kana kala. Hey light circle the central bright fringe ka the main focus kani chuan hey geometrical shadow anti hemi zong he to mas geometrical shadow kalanga he ma point thota ta khan bright and dark fringe are occur alternatively they exist alternatively chu diffraction kan ti khani chuan in diffraction as chin ni kan no ni ta light definition here oma he ta definition kami definition te kha kena lozia kle ta he definition here diffraction what is diffraction what is interference ita kha in lo riat acha chuan in next chuan diffraction chin ni kan nei ta we have two types. The first one is Fresnel diffraction, Fraunhofer diffraction. So the main focus will the main point we'll study here will be Fraunhofer diffraction. I can being big Fresnel diffraction too, the diffraction that takes place when a source of light, this S, is at infinity. So diffraction. Chuan Fraunhofer ve thung ro chuan not at infinity at a certain distance ania a certain distance chuan in Fraunhofer diffraction ve thung ro chuan light source must be at infinity kan ti chuan at Huygens principle kan zir to ta light ray ka a light source ka a shape of wavefront ka plane wavefront in chuan sources at infinity ane to make it plain practical chuanin practical ti dona chuan light source infinity mi kan mang thelo ta will use convex lens. So he convex lens kan manga he source in the convex lens focus kan da nga kalanga he parallel in swap it on ta that wave will be now a plane wavefront kaka front of diffraction chuni Fresnel 2 at a certain distance. It's not the waveform is not necessarily plane, but here for diffraction the wavefront must be compulsorily plane wavefront. Right, so diffraction. So ta hian a diagram kan soi fia nga interference khan slits. We have two slits S1 and S2. But in diffraction we have only one slit AB, AB, and the width of slit is A. In interference, the distance between these two slits are D, and slit and distance between a slit and screen, their distance is capital D. In diffraction it's also D. In difference it is also D, and diffraction also is D. And distance of dark or bright fringe from point O is denoted by Y here. In interference it is also Y. In diffraction it is also Y. Interference kanya diffraction kanya ang rengani. And the main difference too, headlight slit distance between two slits ka D niya a width of zaozong width of slit ka A kan dito. That is the main difference in this diagram. So we are using lens L1 and L2. L1 is to make this light source wavefront a plane wave, and this L2 is to focus on the screen, to focus on a particular point on the screen. Ko focus tirang hemi lens ka data ang siya kan live focus chia do link ka mu thei don ta anin ta ka zon hemi lens ka dalu chuan lai diffraction pattern ang ta ka dark bright fringe ti hoa pattern ang ti vet ho ta kami pattern ho ka clear thei don lo it will not be cleared. So to make it clear or sharp we used lens L2 in between slits and screen. Chuanin path difference kan zong le to nga entir nan he slits ita se he screen ita he like slit ang he ta point pakhat he point P he the light rate kal vele nga suppose this is P like P chuan A he A ni nga chuan he B ni chuan we'll find path difference ka dito ka path difference to difference between AP and BP. Here will be BP minus AP aniya. So path difference ti tak chu heta ni ta sela chuan like BN ki path difference ani BN te ki hi N hi BN is path difference. We denote as X in interference. So na chuan the kan derivation kan kala nga heta plane wave aron kalta light wave ti aron kala he parallel ni chuan heta focus a chukeliam. That means screen is placed at the focus of L2. L2 focus kan da. Heta L1 vetumero 2 light source is placed at the focus of L1. Your screen is placed at the focus of L2. Kakanita. Ani chuan ta hian helai mi te he theta lo ni ta. He theta, let us denote this as theta. Ani chuan triangle, I have triangle 90 degree niya. I have triangle B A N B 跟你提的呗，按你转 sin theta 中请点，就 sin theta equal to sin theta is perpendicular by hypotenuse. What is perpendicular? BN BN by what is hypotenuse AB. AB is width of slit, that is A. Rồi, one BN equal to AB will move left hand side, so that it multiplied with sin theta. One AB is A sin theta. Hey, path difference BN ka A sin theta ka path difference kan ti kha ne. Ani chuanin kata tangkan dark fringe nge kam huanga bright fringe nge kam huwa ti kha kan zong thatiang chuan BN A sin theta ti kha kan lo thata he ta lo kyo ki BN A sin theta chuan point mo te mm chu lai the point P lies on the screen. Laga hian kan ziak thale lok ni hi screen ti khanita hi slits kan ti khanita chuan I have two rays from the lower part and from the upper part. Hi diagram an ang so hi AB chuan hi P chuan hi mi zau zong ka A chuan N chuan thi theta te khan chuan helai changa ka te le chuan hi zero ka te O kan ti khan ta. This is between O and P is Y. Te khan hi hetmi diagram nen khan ang reng ne confuse lo to hetmi diagram nen kian ang reng kan claim kan shortcut do ma zo kan ne mi chin song ka zia ma sa la in thlep kwal hi claim angil chi lo ta ka zia ngil mai na san chu la lens lom lo ta se kan phia themo chuanin next point na chuan point P lies at such a distance from the center of the screen BN lambda. Chumi je chu at the light command here a wavelength. Suppose the wavelength of waveform is lambda, so equal to lambda nianga hi BN equal to lambda. So theta ka theta 1. For that, let theta be theta 1. So lambda BN equal to lambda kan da lambda equal to A sin theta 1 aniang. So ta khan the first secondary minimum minimum is dark fringe that is the first dark fringe first dark fringe so kan thadon ya so in vang dark fringe why BN equal to y and dark fringe. Why I observe dark fringe? Because so here if the slit is assumed to be divided into two equal parts, that is if this AB is divided into two equal parts and the upper part will have another wave motion, then the lower part will be another wave motion. If the upper part moves like this, the lower part will move like this. Okay, they cancel to each other at point P. They can cancel chiang and cancel chuan ta khian dark fringe kam kan chiang main ka ringa in fang dark fringe kan mu kan ti chuan light waves are cancelled at point P from lower part of the slit and upper part of the slit. Meaning, one in and leta ila half of the slit will have part difference. So the wavelet from the two half will reach the point on the screen in opposite phase. Opposite phase means if the one wavefront is moved in upper part, the other wavefront will move in lower part. They are in opposite phase. In an horizontal kind of love. If one move like this in this direction, the other one will move in direction that is the opposite phase, out of phase. So one in kita akan call point P lies on the screen such the distance from the center of the screen is Bn equal to 2 lambda. If Bn equal to 2 lambda, kita Bn 2 lambda ka 2 lambda a sin theta 2. Theta will theta 2, and I will observe minimum also, because if the screen is assumed to be divided into 4 parts, and so yan 4 parts ka divide nga yan divide down these two this first and second part will cancel each other and produce dark fringe at point B. 2 equal half can divide and so 2 can 2 equal half and it and then this third and fourth will also produce dark fringe at point P. So dark and dark is also dark fringe. So I'll observe secondary minimum. Minimum means dark fringe. And cancel doon fangin. Teka, tayo chuanin dikhan ka tizel chuan if lambda equal to 3 n ti tayo n ka ti chuan if lambda equal to if bn equal to first akan 1 lambda chuan bn is bn, next akan 2 lambda chuan bn equal to 3 lambda 4 lambda 5 lambda ti jang chuklang chuan up to bn equal to n lambda niang n lambda thleng kal don ani chuan n lambda thleng lo kal ta so bn equal to n lambda ni chuan n lambda equals a sin theta n niang ta hian hemi equation te chu zia kher polangai ri lo nakin aron chuak don thawa hi pol zia ngai ri lo tikhan sin theta n ki equal to n lambda by a kaloni ta ne ta he kimi thoki ni kimi ho zia po ngai lo hetmi kan zia ka chuan ani sa ti ka he reng ta kaka and minimum distance of n minimum from the center of screen d is titong chumi zo a chuan plus distance y kan la zong lo ta hian y kan la nei lo ta a tu na chung y kan zong to thunga y kan zong don chuan tan theta zong tiang tan theta equal to he ta en tai la tan theta chu he theta khan ta he theta theta in chuan c OCP from triangle OCP triangle tan theta zong don tai la tan theta chu p by b the perpendicular by base, and the perpendicular is here is y, base is d. Right? And it's one tayan perpendicular is y, base is d. Yang kasong te y is op can be base is co can be da. So if I put n here, I put n, that is yn will be the end distance of end minimum from center. They can be done. So here if theta is very small, theta hi very small ni chuan this is equal to sin theta n atluk kha chu lo zong chhuat le har lo lu tuk soi don lam ko wi chuan in ani chu sin theta n value ka dai la yn equal to d sin theta n kha he klo ni ta n lambda by a lambda by a chun yn kan zong liang yn equal to n d lambda by a. This is nth minimum ani thua interference ha chun maximum ani ta interference ha chuan hey for interference d lambda by interference ha chuan small d kan bang heta chuan small a kan bang thua chuan hey minimum ani interference ha chuan hey hi maximum kan ti thum kha ka dang lam na le ta kron compare jiu jiwang chuan in minimum ti ha kan ei theta minimum ko mu to chuan maximum a width a zau zong ka zong the interference kan ti da nang chia khan ka zon ton chuan hei hi bright fringe a zau zong ni ta se a zau zong a chuan n minus y n minus hei hi mi na ang reng du le lo proof chinula n plus 1 equal to yn a bright fringe an hui zok dark fringe an hui zok a chung zok an hui zok an minus te kan meta a n plus 1 chung chi chu hui chi n den le me n hui chi n minus 1 kan le meta ka confuse to du zo zo man the adik ve ve chuan in he kan ita n d lambda by a equal to instead of n d kami n ai here n minus 1 kada nga d lambda by a like they can break chinage in the French akan kati silova n d lambda by a minus a n akazu multiply nga n d by a then plus minus le minus in plus nga 1 le mi zong ka multiply le nga d lambda by a he le he cancel la he check lo ni ta ni check lo ni cheta kha kha he width of bright fringe ani maxima ani ve thua maxima ani ve thua chan chu he minima khan to sia chuan tuna chuan bright fringe ma kan kale to tuma intika bright fringe ka muang dia kan kale to nga bright fringe ka mu hun tur kha kan zong lem lambda kha first case ha chuan enter nan bn kha if bn equals intika bright fringe ka muang kan ti chuan bn equal hi 3 lambda by 2 ni ta se 3 lambda by 2 ni chuan bright fringe ka muang ani chuan bn equal to a sin theta anta hai 1 ni hai theta 1 tle tai la engwang bright fringe ka muang kan ti chuan bright fringe kan hu na chan tur chu tai hian a hma kan at the dark fringe ha chuan we assume that the screen is divided into 2 4 6 and 8 so that equal parts kan ya ma se hemi case ha be thung ro chuan screen is divided into 3 part 5 part odd number ze kan ya dark fringe kan don even number heta chuan odd number ze ni chuan if I divide this slit into 3 parts, this and this will cancel each other at point B, and this will produce maxima at point P. Cutting theo kan panga ten ta ila. And it's on panga ka ten. So if I divide it into four parts, this and this will cancel, this and this will cancel, and this will produce maxima at point P. And 7 parts is about zero car. And it's on in the column tarita se. The kal zel ta se la 5 at aniliang at 7 and 9 andiliang. And the odd number need to return ta here 2n plus 1 lambda by 2 kind of friends apokan man to ka sin theta. Here it is n, so I'll put n here. Anh chuan in tan theta thấu kan zong lenga tan theta a chuan tan theta ka ni chi kan zon to ka y by d kan ta. This is for bright fringe ani wangin bright fringe ta hin ka ti tem in the first line opposite chia n ani ve thunga n ani ve thunga so on tan theta and sin theta are mostly equal, approximately equal ka dito kahit po dash tayo la po dash da may tala po ilova ani chon hey le hey ka equal tier liang equal tier chuan equal to 2n plus 1 d lambda by 2 media multiplied so there they can n bright fringe maxima kakaloni dane so the width of dark fringe kan zong le tong width of dark fringe at 1 width of dark fringe 2 beta dash to thungila heta kan beta kan to ta sa zo ka kan ani chuan ta hian y n minus y n dash minus 1 a subscript ve o chuan y n dash n to 2n plus 1 d by 2 so minus instead of n I can n minus 1 kada to and it's 1 2 n minus 1 plus 1 let me plus 1 so d lambda by 2 by here 2 oh sorry that and 2a a ka la nei a lo lo n let ching ru oh a ani chuan he ka minus liang ka ti leng interference ka ti to lo ko ti to ka so he beta ani common su d lambda by 2a common a ti zon lo de all sum zo common la ka a chung zo po ka in la thei tho let me ma ka ti to ka so hi 2n plus 1 minus 2n minus 2 2 le 1 minus 2 1 minus 1 equals d lambda by 2n plus 1 minus 2n minus 2n plus 2 minus 1 2n cancel so here cancel I have 2 d lambda by 2a into 2 this and 2 cancel so I have d lambda by a ta d lambda by a dikem d lambda by a alo declare cheta ni ani chuanin hei le he to mi hei ai nang chi cheta ni interference mi ang thau khanin width of dark and bright fringe ka ai ang chi chia width of dark and bright fringe all distance are same width are same ai nang chi chia ni kha e kha kan prove do khani ta a chuanin next le a chuan central bright fringe ka kan zong le to central bright fringe a ve thung ro chuan anh lâu central bright fringe extends up to distance y1 first secondary minimum on both sides of the center screen tại hiện cái screen ta này chuan cái center ra kan ta anhจะ send out with zong zong anh ang vek cái to ka anh vek si chuan thì hiện cái center anh ta cái dark fringe ania dark fringe ve oh sorry hey dark fringe ania chun hey dark fringe an le sia hey y1 distance khania lampok y1 thau khani ta dark fringe la jong ka as a percent for bright fringe to y1 plus y1 2 y1 ania 2 y1 as a y1 he kan nei to ani chon beta not to central bright fringe tina equal to 2y1 so y1 kha inside nge kan y1 kan nei chu ta hin entai lai if I put 1 here then n will 1 here so y1 equal to d lambda by d aniang d lambda by d d okay along chetani that is it follows that b whole ka equal to or b not equal to 2 beta twice maxima or minima width of maxima or minima katlu e khlai te kha poi mo hemi hei lo chin chero kha he chok thin 5 marks in diagram ne khana o lo chin chero la chuan he lam hi chong ngai tor lo wa chuan hemi he intensity distribution ania intensity distribution graph ania kha po ka lo thiam tel tur nia not vela lo ziak te langa te khani interference diffraction ka chu class kha zo ang chi ania chuan video hi compress le te ngai thin box sia boi thak ang ringa a thui view zon ma sa thui lo thei khani box si lo wa te khan lo en le ta ula da ka chan le pel het ania e mo khia thiam lo riu pin ni chuan kan zot le anga te khan du to kam chuanin interference diffraction differential distance te khan khami a chon kan zo to te na kina kan soi le tur chu light te tlem zong kan soi le anga resolving power microscope te ke chuan a zowa unit khat kan nei le ta unit khat kan nei kha polarization ania polarization he pe chu rei lo te kan zo the kan zo ngal meng class khat m pal ni linga zo thia kan optics chu zo fel anga kai ngai nga chuan danga kan kal le to thadom lo zero la riat thim lo nei chuan lo zo khalo ai thlunom lo ba lo zo zum tur ani chuan video en a chang khalo hi kanom thina next ha chun video assignment ko ron da de assignment hi ngai poi mo to in ta marks tur ani to ani ka te ani to kha